It is actually my distinct honor and privilege to stand before you today on behalf of the Honorable Minority Leader to participate in the launch of the third edition of the Democracy Cup project. I convey his warm regards and regret at being unable to attend the significant national occasion. I begin by commending the office of the Clerk to Parliament under the leadership of Mr. Ebenezer Ahoma-Jetro for sustaining this visionary initiative. What began in 2024 as a commemorative sporting event has steadily evolved into a symbol of democratic vitality, an embodiment of how institutions can creatively engage citizens beyond the formal confines of legislative chambers. The Democracy Cup, as has already been emphasized by the Clerk to Parliament, is not merely a football match. It is a deliberate and strategic civic intervention that situates parliaments within the lived experiences of Ghanaians, especially the youth. In a time when democratic institutions face skepticism and disengagement globally, such initiatives are not ornamental. They are essential. Rather, Putman, in making democracy work in the 1993 edition, demonstrated that social capital built through civic engagement plays a critical role in strengthening democratic institutions. The Democracy Cup is a practical manifestation of this principle. Football in Ghana transcends class, ethnicity, religion, and political affiliation. Democracy, like football, thrives on competition, but competition governed by rules, fairness, and respect for outcomes. The referee's whistle, much like the Constitution, commands authority, not because it is always popular, but because it is accepted as legitimate. Right Honorable Speaker, during Ghana's fiercely contested 2008 general elections, I visited a polling station in a rural community in Ashanti region. After results were announced, the losing side, though visibly disappointed, walked over to congratulate the winner. There was no violence, no chaos, just a quiet, dignified acceptance win. But Ghana must always win. An elderly woman in the community captured it best. We may not all win, that's what she said, but Ghana must always win. That spirit is precisely what the Democracy Cup seeks to nurture. It is about reminding us that beyond our partisan differences, there is a higher collective identity that binds us. The 2024 Afrobarometer reports indicate that while a majority of Africans still prefer democracy, satisfaction with how it functions has declined in several countries. In Ghana, Growing concerns about citizens, particularly young people, about unemployment, inequality, political exclusion, must be addressed with sincerity and urgency. The democracy gap must not be seen as a substitute for addressing these challenges, but rather as a complementary platform for strengthening dialogue, visibility, and accountability. I respectfully suggest that as this initiative evolves, structured civic education components be integrated, including pre-march forums, youth dialogues, and community engagement on governance, accountability, and national development. This would transform the democracy cup, from a symbolic event into a transformative process. Research by the UNDP in 2017 affirms that inclusive civic engagement significantly enhances social cohesion and democratic resilience. As Deputy Minority Leader and as a woman in leadership, I'm particularly encouraged by the inclusive potential of this initiative. Sports, when intentionally structured, can be a powerful tool for promoting gender equity and youth empowerment. I urge that future editions actively incorporate women's teams, youth leagues, and grassroots participation. When citizens see their leaders in familiar and meaningful spaces, it humanizes governance and bridges the gap between governed and those who govern. Strategically managed, the democratic cup also has the potential to generate economic activity, supporting local businesses, vendors, media practitioners, transport operators, and hospitality providers. For this potential to be fully realized, there must be a deliberate planning, transparency, and accountability in the management of associated resources. Democracy is often described as a system of government, but at its core, it is a culture, a way of thinking, relating and resolving differences. As former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan stated in 1999 lecture of the University of Cape Town, that democracy is not just the right to vote, it is the right to live in dignity. Our institution must remain responsive, inclusive, and accountable. If democracy is to translate into tangible improvement in citizens' life, the Democracy Cup contributes to this broader vision by creating a space that citizens can experience democracy not as an abstract concept, but as a living reality. As we launch this third edition, let us recommit to ideals that underpin it. Let us ensure that it continues to evolve, to innovate, and to inspire. Let us use it as a platform, deepening engagement, strengthening unity, and affirming our collective commitment to the democratic project. And let us remember the words of the elderly woman in Ashanti region. We may not win, but Ghana must always win. Right, Honorable Speaker? On behalf of the Minority Caucus in Parliament, I assure you of our committed support for initiatives that promote democratic engagement, national unity, and socio-economic development. I thank you very much for your attention, and I wish that this initiative every success. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.